Okay, I'm coming. We're fixing to make some oatmeal lace cookies. Ooh, I was in a hurry to get here because these are good, and I've been making them for a long time. I used to cook at Christmas time for some folks that owned a furniture store in town back in the 70s. It makes me sound like an antique, don't it? I'm getting there. Mosby Furniture, Miss Mosby would serve all different kinds of cookies, and I don't remember if she had coffee or wassail or what she served with them. But one year she wanted me to make some, and she gave me the recipe for oatmeal lace cookies. Come out of a junior league cookbook that she had. She's the one that told me. I went to her house, and all around her breakfast room at the top was shelves full of cookbooks. And they were all junior league cookbooks. And when they would travel, she would buy the junior league cookbook from that area. She said, "Gay, that's the best souvenir you can buy. And if you only find 1 or 2 recipes in there to use, it's worth its money." So I told my daughter about that because when she married, they took some awesome vacations. And she did. She collected junior league cookbooks from Texas to Florida and all the way up to Nova Scotia and all the way up over into Washington and into Canada, and she had a collection. And when Hurricane Harvey came 2 years ago, her house flooded and she lost all of those cookbooks. You know, you can lose furniture and replace it, but when you lose something like that, you can't replace it. So every time I go to a Goodwill or a thrift store, or I'm looking for junior league cookbooks to try to help her replace her collection. But anyway, this came out of one of Miss Mosby's junior league cookbooks. Now when you mix up the cookies, you drop them up by the teaspoon about 4 inches apart because they spread out and it looks like lace the way they cook. Or while they're warm, if you scoop them up and you just take a regular wooden, that's round of course, handled spoon and butter it, wrap that cookie around it and let it set for a minute and then slide it off. You've got a little round cylinder that's different to put on your cookie platter that's pretty. And Miss Mosby just left them round, but she did tell me about putting them on the buttered spoon to make a pretty presentation, like for a little tea party or a gathering that you're having, or if you just need to roll them up to make extra room because you got a bunch of different kind. Anyhow, guess I've rattled enough. We'll get over to the mixer and we'll make some oatmeal lace cookies. Okay, I've got 2 sticks of butter softened, and I've already started kind of mixing it in here. And I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar. I'm going to add, I'm sorry I got the wrong measure cup, 1 cup of regular sugar and 1 cup, this is loose and that thing keeps falling out. I guess that's why, because somehow that got loose. I got 1 cup of brown and 1 cup of regular sugar into my margarine or my butter. The recipe says 1 cup of butter, half a stick. The recipe says a half a cup of butter and a half a cup of margarine, but I use all butter, so that's just how Miss Mosby gave it to me back years ago. So I've got 1 cup of butter, and I've got a cup of regular sugar and a cup of brown sugar. Okay, that's blended well. I'm going to add in 2 eggs. Okay, I'm going to add in a teaspoon of vanilla extract. This is that good vanilla that April bought me at the Nutcracker Market. It smells so good. Mix that a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and put in my teaspoon of baking powders And it doesn't call for any flour. You use 2.5 cups of quick cooking oats. So I'm going to put part of them in and mix it some, and then I'll add the rest of them. Okay, those have mixed well, so I'm going to put the rest of them in. And the last thing is 1 cup of chopped pecans, and I chopped them pretty small. And just in case y'all are thinking, oh no, she forgot the flour. It doesn't have flour. It just has oats. Okay, I've got it all mixed up now. And I did add about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. The recipe did not call for any, but I thought we needed some. I tasted of it and it was a little bit bland. Okay, I've got some on this cookie sheet. See, I've spaced them apart. I'm going to get them in the oven at 350, and I'll bring you back when they're done. Here's the cookies on the plate. See how big they are? It makes a big old nice cookie. And I did try rolling one around a greased cylinder, and it didn't work for me. So I don't know where she got that idea, but y'all can try it if you want to, but it didn't work for me. Okay, y'all, these cookies are very crisp. I mean, they just snap. I like crispy cookies. Troy likes chewy. I like crispy. They're thin and crispy, and they do spread out a lot. So be sure that you saw how far apart I put them. And I'm using this little small one, like a teaspoon size cookie scoop to scoop my dough with. I hope y'all will put this in your little recipe book. It's a good one for the holidays. You could add some raisins to it, I guess, if you like oatmeal raisin. But the fact that they're so thin and they spread out, I'm not sure that would work. But anyway, they're very good. It's another good keeper. I've been making these since the 70s too, but I always just make them for the thin crisp. I hadn't tried rolling them on the spoon. That didn't work for me. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day. Turn off those cell phones and all that junk. Spend some time with your family. Sit around the dinner table and talk about what's been happening and what you hope happens, and see what they want for Christmas so you can start shopping early. Y'all have a blessed day. Come back here. I hope to be here each day. I'll let you know when I get a report. The good Lord bless y'all.